Bows and glaives are ruining PvP and are the reason people aren't playing the game. Or at least that's what a lot of meta players would have you believe, but I think that mindset reveals a bigger problem that's quietly hurting games even more. Player entitlement. Somewhere along the way, parts of the PvP community decided there's a correct way to play Destiny. Usually that means the classic hand cannon shotgun loadout, and if you're not running that, you are a problem. You are a cancer. You are why people are not playing the game. You are why the player base is hemorrhaging. The funny part is, I actually love hand cannons. I've got around 40k kills on them total, and 12k on an igneous hammer. Love my Iggy. But I also have over 100,000 kills on SMGs. The reason why I bring that up is, why do I use them? Because I like them. I like the speed. I like the aggressive playstyle. I like seeing all those yellow numbers pop up. Yet I've been told many times over the years that using an SMG is cheese. Here's the thing that people don't seem to think about. This whole game is cheese. It's just about choosing your flavor of cheese. Some people like brie, some people like Munster, some people like blue cheese. And if someone told you, you're only using that to ruin my fun, you'd probably feel defensive. Because that is not why you're using it. You're using it because you enjoy it. You can say you don't enjoy fighting something without personally attacking the player using it. You can complain, but you don't need to be a dick. For example, I don't enjoy fighting Adagio 120s. But if that option exists in the sandbox, I understand why someone would use it. One kill can let you 2-tap the rest of the lobby. Of course people are going to run that if they want to win. Destiny has always been gunplay and space magic. That is its identity. It's a shooter-looter MMO with classes, abilities, and build crafting. If you remove those things, you're not really asking for a Destiny anymore, you're asking for a different game, and I invite you to go play that game. Instead of learning how to interact with parts of the sandbox we dislike, a lot of players just want those things removed entirely. Again, play another game, or play scrims. But Destiny has always rewarded the knowledge of the sandbox, knowing builds, knowing counters, knowing what can one-shot and what can't. Build, crafting, and gunplay are two hands steering the Destiny's ship. Remove one of them and the game just spins in circles. And honestly, the real problem in PvP aren't players using weapons you dislike. The real problem is that PvP hasn't been meaningfully supported for years. We've had very few maps added in a long time, entire piece of content has been removed from the game, and many of the systems that used to give PvP players a reason to grind just aren't there anymore. Trials used to feel like something you chased, you earned, to be coveted. It felt like it was almost like sacred. And now it doesn't matter whether or not you go flawless or not, you get the same rewards. The only chase is the glow, a cosmetic. Competitive used to mean something too. You could focus great weapons recently, and before that were amazing weapons that you got at certain ranks. Now you can basically 50% win rate your way to Ascendant, and the main reward is an emblem. Outside of that, PvP doesn't really give you much at all in 6s or anything other than the emblem nowadays. That means everyone's reason for playing the game is going to be different. Some people want to relax, some people want to practice and improve, some want to master a weapon or playstyle they saw another creator use. Some people enjoy learning the intricacies of bows or glaives or a weird exotic armor. Some people want to practice slide sniping. Some people want to perfect their movement and just 3-tap with a 140 hand cannon in every fight. None of that is wrong. What is wrong is judging someone else by the way that they log in and play the game. And if you're constantly worrying about the other people and what they're running and telling yourself you can't beat it or counter it, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. How many times have you played with a teammate and a buddy of yours goes, this is unwinnable? And it becomes unwinnable because you said that. Or how many times have you had a comeback because you say, oh, we got this. It's the same thing with loadouts. Complaining might give a moment of self-gratification, but it doesn't make you better at the game. And when that frustration gets directed at other players, it becomes nothing but a net negative for the community and makes it so people don't want to interact. If you think something is broken, complain to Bungie. They're the ones responsible for balancing the sandbox, not the player. If they change something, they change it, so be it. But it is not the responsibility of others, including yourself, to balance the game, judge people for what they run, or try to determine what they run. At the end of the day, players are always going to use what exists in the sandbox. And the real question isn't, why are people using that? The real question is, why are we blaming others for playing the game the way it was designed to be played? There's also this bit of irony in a lot of these conversations. You'll hear people say the game feels stale, that the PvP hasn't changed, that the sandbox is bad, and the sandbox is not great. There's ability spam and melee lunge and so many other things, but those same players admit they've been running the same loadout for 10 years. If you never change the way you play, of course the game's going to feel stale. Meanwhile, other players are experimenting with different builds, different weapons, and different playstyles, and somehow they're the problem because they actually enjoy the sandbox put before them. That's like going to the park, using one swing, and then getting mad at the rest of the kids for using the rest of the park. One of the coolest things about Destiny PvP is the player identity actually matters. You can recognize players by the way that they play or the weapons that they're known for. Some players are known for their Ace of Spades, Terror, others for Bow, Hinra, Geist, Zane, and so many others. It means if you want to learn a certain playstyle, you can actually look at players who've put the time into mastering it, study how they approach the game, but a lot of times when players run into something unfamiliar, the reaction isn't curiosity, it's frustration, and the truth is, a lot of the time, something isn't broken, you just don't understand it yet. It's always easier to blame external forces than it is to look at a fight and ask what you could have done differently. Do better, be better, quack quack, mother duckers. Peace.